Current Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has released the comprehensive statistical breakdown matriculation examination, otherwise known as UTME results. Out of 1,955,069 candidates who sat for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, over 1.5 million of them scored less than 200 in the exam. The data showed that 75% of candidates scored below 200 in the exam, with less than 1% scoring above 300. In the statement accompanying the data, JAMB said 40,247 underage candidates were permitted to demonstrate their exceptional abilities. However, only 467 of these candidates, which is 1.16%, achieved scores that meet the threshold for exceptional ability as defined for the UTME, with their performance in the subsequent 3 stages still pending. Of the total number registered, 97 candidates were involved in examination infractions, while 2,157 others are currently undergoing investigations for suspected malpractice. Additionally, 71,701 candidates were absent. Those facing biometric challenges are also under investigation, and those who are cleared will be rescheduled for examination at designated centers. 1.5 million candidates scored less than 200 in JAMB. Although growing up, when we were, all of us had that flair, want to get into the higher institutions. Everybody, I want to write JAMB, but I have that phobia for JAMB. You hear people say I sat for JAMB 5 times, 6 times, 3 times, and all of that. And there are certain reasons that could cause it. Or they are on grades, computer malfunction, whatever the reason. There are so many things that could have attributed to that reason. But this 200, I really, less than 200, not really 200, and it's about almost half or more than half of the candidates that applied for JAMB. I just want to get your thoughts on this. Is it that? Because I actually there was a particular story of this girl that came out to cry, that she just answered one question unknowingly to her. She clicked on submit without knowing that I think she said that the computer had a malfunction, and then she clicked on submit, and then that was how that was done for her. And some family members were complaining of the distance of the JAMB center they were given to. Some complained of the timing. There were so many factors that were inclusive in that, in the reasons for this. But according to the statistics, the JAMB released that 1.5 candidates actually scored less than that. I want to get your thoughts on this, please, quickly, Chief Wale.
Well, there comes technical hitch. This is technology, and most people are not abreast of the new technology. The cutting-edge technology in terms of its e-exams. Certain factors can create this low score. Tension can create low score. Tension can. Then there can be failure of the equipment, such as the computer that you're using. Because it's time bar. It's time bar. Clicking is reading for you. Yes. And yes, there are 2 major issues. One is tension. Another one is a technology issue. We call it equipment failure, whatever. Because once you click, the time begins to tick. Some of them are tensed. And some of them will have an issue of reading problem. Emotional. That emotional can create poor score at the end of the day. So, and the administrators there too can be a bit harsh. Because if the man raises his hand and say, come, some of them can hardly come and see, come out to the person's rescue. So that they've scored 200, I hope 1.5 million people sat for an exam, scored below 200 is a serious academic challenge.
Academic challenge in sense that they are not being taught right.
No, the issue is that first, let me mention, apart from the technical issue, children hardly read this day. I keep telling people this thing that people don't read. You see they're using handset. People believe it, they call it pressing in the press. They don't read. And they know these questions call for concentration. These questions call for ability to tell which is which. How many of them read? Most of these questions are contemporary issues. That from newspaper, from common sense. How many of them, even those who press phone, do they know what is computer? The normal ICT and society. They don't even know when it's called a mouse. They don't know what's called mouse. They don't know what's called a mouse. But just that thing they are pressing. You should have told them about Tubo and TikTok. That's what they're interested. So that's another problem with our society. I keep telling people that the rich will continue to be richer because their children attend the better school at half time. How many of them run the street? That's the problem we're having now. You can't imagine people are complaining. Schools are stopping children from going to school because they do not pay entire sports fee. And the essence of community schools that was introduced by Okilo in those days is to bring school nearer to the people and help the vulnerable of the society that cannot afford school. Today, that's the problem. You can't register your child in public school without paying money. That's it. So how would they read? How would what you go to school? Teachers are placing fries on top of table, selling to students they are teaching. I'm telling you what I witness tomorrow. Secondary schools, and then they commission a child to begin to collect the money. They bring pop-off, they bring snacks, locally fries, placed on their table. Students are buying, but it is at this classroom. I wonder the kind of students you produce. How will you prepare them for exams? There is less competition. There is no more debate, no more literary and social society. They are not there. Teachers select the books they read, the one they can understand. Those of us who write literature, some teachers can hardly read your books because they cannot teach students. So what do you expect?
So there's just so many fractures.
There are a lot of things. So the show, the assurance quality of Ministry of Education is working. They are compromising standard. So first, I want to commend JAMB for holding sway, holding strong to e-exams. I'm also telling WAEC and the NECO to go to e-exams because there's no way to copy. It will also force people to begin to go to ICT training. At least you know how to garbage in and garbage out. So a lot. The result is a normal story of what we are facing, what are going to face in the future. This set of people who send them to university, what would they do in the university? So that's issue. Is a broad issue that we begin to look at from our home. Mothers, this they hardly teach their children ABCD. Mothers, yes, because when we are growing, you come show me your board. What did you study today? They teach you how to write. Mothers will hold their hands and begin to teach you how to write. My idea is this: they should introduce reading as a course from primary school.
Thank you so much, Chief Ali.